Hello 12th class students. Today in this video we will start a new chapter of the 12th biology, that is chapter 14, ecosystem. In lower classes students, you have studied about the ecosystem at basic level, but in this video we will start or we will learn about the ecosystem in detail. So students, let's see first of all what is ecosystem and then we will discuss it in detail. Ecosystem actually student is a part of the ecology. Ecology is the interaction of the communities with their environment or with their surrounding comprises of the non-living thing. So, ecosystem is the fundamental unit of ecology in which the living organisms and their environment comprises mainly of living and non-living thing all included. So, let's see the definition of the ecosystem. Ecosystem is actually fundamental. It is fundamental unit of ecology which comprises of living organisms and their environment and their environment, including now the environment of any living organism will include two types of the thing, living and non-living. So, including all living and non-livings. That means all the living and non-living things present in particular area, they make the ecosystem. Now students, what may be the size of an ecosystem? But actually practically we consider that it is an ecosystem. So we can say students that an ecosystem may be a single drop of water to the largest including the earth. Earth itself is an example of the ecosystem. Let's see how. In a drop of water, there may be presence of so many bacteria, so many viruses, many phytoplanktons may be there. That means many microorganisms can be present in a drop of water which interacts with the water, the gases present inside the water drop, temperature, light, all non-living things. That living things inside a drop of water interacts with the non-living things in their environment. So we can consider a drop of water as an ecosystem. We can also consider a whole ocean as an ecosystem because there is a separate boundary of the ecosystem ocean from its environment, and it makes a separate environment which includes living and non-living in their interaction. So we can say that an ecosystem may be a drop of water or whole earth can be considered as an ecosystem. Students, if we talk about the function and the incidence that are taking place inside an ecosystem, then we see that mainly four type of incidents are takes place inside an ecosystem. Let's see components or structure of the ecosystem. First of all, if you think practically, then all the living organisms that are living inside the ecosystem need some energy. And students, you have studied that final source of energy is sun on the earth. The final energy that produced on the earth comes from the sun. So first thing is a reception of the energy. Any ecosystem that needs to be stable, first of all it requires energy in order to increase their productivity of the living organism. So very first topic is a reception of energy. A reception of energy, or it receives the energy from the sun or any other source of the energy. Second thing, students, this energy is utilized by the living organisms in order to produce organic substances. So second thing that takes place in an ecosystem is production of energy or production of organic component. That energy get converted into organic substances. So first thing is reception of energy, second is production of the organic components by the producers. The organisms which produce the organic products with the help of energy that they receive are known as producer. So organic products by producer. Now students, if producer produces the organic components, they manufacture the organic components, then what is the use of these organic components? So you have studied in lower class that producers produces the organic components and some other living organisms which depends on the producer. They take the energetic or organic components from the producer. That means the consumption of the organic products, and who will consume the organic products are known as consumer. So third thing is consumption of organic substances by consumer. Those living organisms which utilize the energy produced by the producer are known as consumer. So third point is consumption of the energy. Now students, if any living organisms dies in an ecosystem, we can consider that in our environment, if any living organisms, either a plant or animal died, then you have seen that they decomposes, and the organic substances inside their body again get mixed in their environment. So this process is done by some microorganisms. They are known as decomposition. So decomposes the organic substances into simpler substances, their constituent. So fourth thing happen in an ecosystem is decomposition. This term will also help you to learn the parts of the ecosystem. So in decomposition, students, the organic substances get converted into inorganic substances. Decomposition conversion of organic substances into inorganic substances. Conversion of the organic substances into inorganic substances is done with the help of some microorganisms. That microorganisms are known as decomposers. So this is the fourth thing. Fifth one is conversion of these inorganic substances into suitable substances that can easily absorbed by the plants or producer again in order to produce the energy. So fifth point is conversion conversion of the inorganic substances into useful product so that they can easily be used by the producers again in order to produce the energy. Now students, these are the main processes that are takes place inside an ecosystem. Let's see students, what are the components of an ecosystem? What are the different parts of an ecosystem? We have discussed in the starting of the chapter that ecosystem is mainly made up of two things. One are living and second are non-living. Let's see, in terms of biology, if we classify the ecosystem in two main parts, living and non-living, we call them biotic and abiotic factor. So if we classify this ecosystem, then one part of the ecosystem is biotic, which is mainly living components. Non-living, that means abiotic factor, which is mainly comprises of the all non-living things. Students, if we further divide them, biotic and abiotic factor, then they can further be divided into different parts. If we divide all the living organisms present on the earth, then we can mainly categorize these biotic factors into mainly three parts. One is producer, second one is consumer, and third one is decomposers. Biotic, all the living factors divided into three parts: producer, consumer and decomposers. Now students, if we divide the abiotic factor in subgroups, then again abiotic factor also can be divided into three parts. Organic substances, inorganic, and third one is climatic factors. If we talk about the organic substances, then mainly all the things which are directly or indirectly produced by the living organisms. For example, if we talk humus, you have studied about the humus. It is the black alluvial part of the soil that is mainly comprises of the rotten leaves. So humus, or the organic form of the energy, that is any food that is produced by the living organisms, organic food we can say it. It is type of the organic components of the abiotic factors. If we talk about the inorganic components of an ecosystem, then we can say that water, gases like O2, H2, any gas or water, these are the inorganic component of an ecosystem. And if we talk about the climatic factor, students, then climatic factor like temperature, light or humidity, the water vapor that is present in air, it also greatly influences an ecosystem. So these are the climatic factor of an ecosystem that are non-living factors. Firstly, if we talk about the biotic components, then students, in biotic components we can see that producers, that means all the green plants, those living organisms that can make their own food with the help of photosynthesis by using the solar energy, that living organisms are known as producers. So in producers we generally count all the green plants. Generally all the green plants, because some bacteria are also there which are autotrophic in nature, which can synthesize their food, but generally all the green plants are considered as producer. Secondly, students, if we talk about the consumers, producers are actually the only living organisms that are able to convert the solar energy in the form of organic energy. So the main receiver of the solar energy on the earth are producers or green plants. Secondly, students, if we talk about the consumer, then consumers are mainly three types on the earth: primary consumer, secondary consumer, and tertiary consumers. Primary consumers, that means students, all the consumers that directly eats the producer or which are depends only on the green plants. We can say them all herbivores, those who eats only plants and their products. That living organisms are known as primary consumers. Secondary consumers are the consumers or the living organisms which eats the primary consumers as well as plants also. They may eat fleshes other animals as well as the plants and their products. For example, we can say that dog can eat flesh as well as the plant products. If we talk about the primary consumers, then all herbivores like cow, goat, buffalo, these are the primary consumers. Tertiary consumers are the consumers, students, who only eat the fleshes like snakes, lion, etc. are the example of the tertiary consumers. Lion, snake, etc. And if we talk about the decomposers are the living organisms which, when primary, secondary or tertiary consumers or producer dies, then they decomposes them, their organic components that are present in their body, into simpler inorganic components and release them in the environment. So these are mainly bacteria, fungi, etc. are main type of the decomposers. So students, here we have a short classification of the factors of the ecosystem. First of all, we divide the whole ecosystem into mainly two parts, that is biotic and abiotic. In biotic factors, we include all the living organisms that are a part of that ecosystem, and secondary abiotic factors that are the part of the ecosystem. In abiotic factors, we include the mainly three parts, that is organic, inorganic and climatic factor. In organic factor, we include all the products that are produced by the living organisms. Inorganic, all the other substances that are not produced by the living organisms but they are present in the ecosystem, they are known as inorganic substances like H2O, O2, H2, all the gases. And third thing is climatic factor. The climate that affect that ecosystem like temperature, presence of light and humidity. Okay students, so this was the short classification and at a glance a review of the factors of the ecosystem.